What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be going over the 11 games from Thursday, July 1st across the MLB. We have 3 walk-offs, 1 game that was shortened due to a tornado rolling on through. Not really a tornado, but a warning that the weather was just pretty much insane. You can check that out online. As well, it was Canada Day up here in Canada, so early baseball is always fun on a weekday, Thursday, for you American guys out there. But otherwise, not too much to throw in there. We're just going to jump right into it, and we're going to kick things off with Canada's team, the Toronto Blue Jays, always playing an early morning game at home on Canada Day. And they're wearing their Canada Day reds, but of course, it wasn't the greatest outing for them. Ryu has pretty much continued to struggle. He gave up a couple of home runs in this game. Fraley for the Mariners hits his 6th of the season. Long Jr. his 3rd. And the top of this lineup in the Mariners is really getting the job done with a couple of guys with multi-hits. Haniger had 2 hits. Seager had 2 hits, 2 RBIs. And the Jays only answered with 1 home run of their own. Semien hitting his 20th of the season. And it was a response in the bottom of the first. Otherwise, Kikuchi had an amazing outing. And it was a really good battle between him and Ryu. Kikuchi goes 7-1 earned runs, 6 Ks in the win here. He's been Seattle's best pitcher, at least for the majority of the season. Ryu goes 4 earned runs, giving up 2 home runs. And home runs continue to somewhat be an issue for Ryu this season. He's just definitely not gotten back into the same form. He's gotten the Blue Jays lose a much-needed series here that was pretty important because these two teams are basically neck and neck in the wild card race. And the Mariners can use this to really jump in there. I know for me, they're surprising a lot of people, including myself. Moving along, we got the Red Sox 15, Royals 1. Not a whole lot to say here, but the Red Sox got out to a lead this time other than coming from behind in those other games. And they didn't look back. 15 runs on 17 hits. They complete the 4-game sweep of the Royals. Devers, 3 hits, 5 RBIs to welcome himself to the All-Star game. Hernandez hits his 9th home run of the season. J.D. Martinez his 17th. Santana his 3rd. And Devers hits 20. He's rolling this season. Going down to pitchers, we got Valdi, 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 6 Ks. And Bubic for the Royals, 5 earned runs, and 3 Ks. And the Royals pitchers always seem to be giving up quite a few runs. And Valdi, he's doing good, and that's now 2 games in a row now where he's had Wong as his catcher, and his numbers have looked elite when Wong is back there as a catcher. So that's something to keep an eye on. Will Wong continue to be the catcher when Evaldi's out there? I'm going to guess at least for now. White Sox 8, Twins 5, and the White Sox complete the series sweep, sticky tack or no sticky tack or whatever. I made a video breaking down all the drama that I kept referencing over the past 2 days between the Twins and the White Sox and the Donaldson saga. So if you haven't checked that out, go and check out that video. It breaks down everything that's been leading up to the whole situation with Donaldson and Giolito and all that fun stuff. So check that out. Otherwise, we got the White Sox getting out to a 3-0 lead before the Minnesota Twins in the top of the 5th put up 4 runs of their own and managed to take a lead, but they aren't able to hold it. We have Goodwin for the White Sox hitting his 3rd home run of the season, and Collins his 3rd as well of the season. Collins hits his in the 6th, which ends up giving the White Sox a lead, and they don't have to look back after that. They put 2 in the 6th and 2 in the 7th, and they really make Barrios work in this game. He goes 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, no strikeouts. So that's a little bit of a concern. He only goes 89 pitches, but he's not able to strike anyone out, and they get up 10 hits on the night. So it's something to keep an eye on. Carlos Rondon goes 5 earned runs, 9 Ks in the no decision. And we see Kopech come in, getting his 3rd win of the season in relief for the White Sox. It's a big win for the White Sox. They sweep the last place Twins, and they're going to roll on out of there for the weekend. Rangers 8, Athletics 3. And the Rangers have been a little bit of a thorn in the side of the Athletics, taking more games than they gave. And this was an opportunity for the Athletics to show that they need to be on top with the Astros. But it wasn't a great series for them overall. The Rangers got out to a 1-0 lead in the first inning, and then they just kept tacking on runs in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. They just kept adding runs. And it wasn't until the bottom of the 8th, way too late, before the Athletics came to play in this one. No home runs for the Athletics, but we have Nate Lowe for the Rangers, hitting 2 in this one. He's up to 12. Gallo hitting his 20th, and Hicks hitting his first. So Gallo, I think that's 5 days in a row where he's hitting home runs. So keep an eye on that. Gallo's definitely heating up. And he's potentially trade bait come the trade deadline with a 3-hit, 3 RBI night in this one. Dane Dunning goes 4, 0 earned runs, 4 Ks. And Sean Manaea goes 5, 4 earned runs, 6 Ks. One of Manea's rougher outings. He can't get out of the 5th or into the 6th inning or anything like that. Dane still being kept on somewhat of a short leash, 4 innings pitched, only 68 pitches. I don't know what their plans are to get him stretched out or anything like that. So if you're a Rangers fan, jump in those comments. Let us know how things are going with your rotation and things like that. Dodgers 6, Nationals 2. Dodgers are in Washington, and they're said to be visiting the White House, I think, today. But this game was cut short because of tornado warnings, and the weather was pretty insane. The rain was really coming down, and this is back-to-back days now where we've had a 5-inning game, which you don't really see a whole lot of 5-inning games too often. But this is the case. Max Muncy leading the way for his team for his 18th home run of the season, coming in that 5th inning, which is the 5-run inning. They gave the Dodgers the lead, and just in time, that grand slam making all of the difference. A.J. Pollock also in that same inning, the 5th inning, hits his 7th home run of the season, but it's the grand slam from Max Muncy. That is the game changer. For the Dodgers, we had kind of a bullpen starting things off with Gonzalez and Bickford handling that first inning. He took 2 pitchers in that first inning, and then they bring in Gosselin to kind of go long relief. He goes 3. He ends up getting the win, 1 earned run, and 4 strikeouts. Patrick Corbin goes 4.2 before he gives up that grand slam and the other home run, and they yank him for 1 out. But like I said, short game, etc., etc. Brewers 7, Pirates 2. The Brewers have now won 9 in a row, and they're 1 game away from hitting double digits and putting themselves in elite company. But yeah, they've been rolling ever since they've handled the Cubs, and ever since their road trip, I guess like 10 days ago at this point. They've been rolling, and now they're handling the teams they need to handle. They handled the Rockies. Now they're going to have a nice win here against the Pirates, and they even handled the Cubs as a team you need to handle. No home runs coming for them at all. They put in a couple runs in the second, and they had a lead. And if you give Corbin Burns a lead, you usually have a good time. 7.1 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 Ks for him. And Crow on the other side, 4.22 earned run, 6 Ks. It's a decent outing for Crow, like going almost 5, only 2 earned runs, bringing that ERA down. He's at least turning the corner. It looks like he lasted 95 pitches, which is good, and he's getting at least a lot of chances here in Pittsburgh, and we're going to see how he develops as a nice young pitcher. Moving along, we got the Astros 7, Indians 2. Another grand slam in this one. We had Altuve hitting a grand slam, his 18th of the season, coming in that 5th inning. The Indians had a little bit of a lead going into that inning, and Altuve getting it done. He had a 1-hit, 4 RBI night, so that's all just strictly grand slam. Brantley has a 3-hit, 1 RBI night. Otherwise, we're going to the Indians, and their offense is a little bit struggly here. They put in a couple runs early, but after that, they were shut down relatively quickly. Valdez goes 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks in the win here, and they're Houston immediately bouncing back after a somewhat embarrassing sweep by the Baltimore Orioles. Mejia goes 4, 6 earned runs, 3 Ks. So that's been a little bit of a rough stretch for Mejia, making his debut and then being put in the fire, really. Cleveland doesn't have a lot of options when it comes to pitching right now with some of their injuries. And they get a big loss there, and White Sox are able to make their lead a little bit bigger. Going on to another walk-off, we have Reds 5, Padres 4, and 1. This is actually the first walk-off we're getting to. Going back, 10 days ago or so, the Reds got a lead in the 9th, and then the Padres walked them off. So it was their turn to get a little bit of revenge here in the bottom of the 9th. With the bases loaded, Stevenson gets a nice time to hit. They actually walked Castellanos, the player before him, to load the bases on purpose. So they wanted to face Stevenson, and he made them pay for sure. Castillo goes 6.1 at 300 runs, 6 Ks. He continues to have a much, much better turnaround over the past couple months compared to that April. That was an April that he quickly forgot, and thankfully so for him. Melancon actually gets his 4th blown save of the season, even though he's leading the league in saves. That's quite a larger number of blown saves. It just seems like San Diego might be an opportunity where they're just in that opportunity for more saves. Weathers goes 4, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks, 83 pitches. So one of his longer outings that we've seen from Weathers, and then the bullpen comes in. And for the most part, it kept it down until, of course, that 9th inning when Melancon struggled very deeply. Moving along, we got the Braves 4, Mets 3, and the Braves, they got to Degrom. They were the first team to put up 3 runs in the first inning against Degrom since August of 2015. So that's, what, 6 years ago? One team has put up that many runs against Degrom in that first inning, but the Braves did it. They're missing Acuna, who was a late scratch on this Thursday game, but didn't make it in there. Austin Riley, his 14th home run of the season, came in that first inning. It was a 2-run bomb. Domingo Smith, 2 home runs in this game. He's up to 8, but it's not enough to support him. And believe it or not, Will Smith had a blown save in this game. So top of the 9th, the Braves did have a 1-run lead, but Will Smith gave it up for his 2nd blown save of the year. And for the most part, the Braves bullpen has been kind of atrocious, but they managed to only hold it to 1, and the offense comes through clutch for them, which is nice. Ian Anderson goes 7, 2 earned runs, 2 Ks, and Degrom goes 7, 3 earned runs, all coming in that first inning, 14 Ks, so his ERA is up to .95. Maybe the idea of him making history might be getting to him. Who knows what's going on there. Colorado 5, Cardinals 2, and this was Arenado making his grand return to Coors Field, and he got a standing ovation. They were happy to see their back in the day all-star cornerstone. He gave it their all while he was there. This was another walk-off, of course. 2-2 going into that 9th inning, and we see Diaz go up to the plate and hit a 3-run bomb, which is his 5th of the season. Rogers also had a home run in the 2nd inning, his 5th. And we actually have Goldsmith. It's been a while since we talked about him. He had a 2-hit, 1 RBI night, and he hit his 12th home run of the season. Cardinals fall short here. 8 innings pitched, 2 runs, 4 Ks for Wainwright. I think this might be the 2nd game in a row where Wainwright goes really deep and then the bullpen comes in and blows it. Can't quite recall, but that's the case here. 2 out, 3-run bomb for Diaz. Santazella goes 7, 2 runs, 5 Ks. So both these starters were amazing. In a Coors outing, keeping everyone down to 4 runs overall. Pretty great. Both those guys going deep, all that. And then we get to the last game of the night. Not often do I get to put this hat on because the Arizona Diamondbacks actually won a game. Again, on the road here. Is that a 2-game winning streak on the road? I'm not sure. It might be 5 for the Diamondbacks, 3 for the Giants. And the Giants are on a little bit of a skid here. Usually they've been using these kind of teams to really go on winning streaks, but they fell short here. And it was Cueto. He was all right. Like, he was struggling for the majority of this game. Yastrzemski hits his 11th home run of the season, and Wilmer Flores hit another one for the Giants, his 8th. And then on the other side, Reddick hits his 1st of the season, and Smith his 6th for the Diamondbacks. Cueto goes 5 earned runs, 5 Ks, so he was a little bit rough. And there was a fun incident at first base where he might have jumbled around a little bit, and he made a barehanded play. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you check that out. It was pretty funny. He wasn't quite right after that, though, so I'm wondering if something happened there. Merrill Kelly goes 7, 3 earned runs, 7 Ks. Kelly has 5 wins on the season. For Arizona pitcher right now, that's way up there, and he's had a great year. He's probably been Arizona's best pitcher, but it's something for them to be confident about going forward for sure. Let's go in now and check out. It's been a while since we did a little bit of an injury update, and I know there's quite a few teams out there that have some injury news going around. So let's just quickly go into MLB's injuries. Like I said, Acuna, late scratch Thursday's game against Degrom. It seems some sort of back tightness. We have Yoan Moncada for the White Sox. He exited Thursday's game with a bruised left hand. He'll likely miss the team's weekend series against Detroit. It's a big hit. White Sox have been dealing with those kind of injuries all season long, so it's not great. Indians, Jose Ramirez, Shane Bieber, Josh Naylor, Fernil Reyes, Roberto Perez. Like, these are all guys that are core parts of their lineup, so it's no wonder that the Indians have kind of struggled over a little bit. Ramirez fouled the ball off of his face during the first game of Cleveland's doubleheader Wednesday and went to hospital, forcing to miss game 2. So I did not even know that. Wow. Bieber shoulder strain, went MRI Wednesday that left the team optimistic about the progress. So it's been a while since we've seen Bieber on the mound. It's definitely a problem for the Indians, and I think we can all say that's probably a big issue there. Naylor, we saw that injury. It was gruesome. He suffered a season-ending leg and ankle injury. That was a gruesome injury. Don't want to go too much into that. Chris Bryant, Rizzo, Wisdom, and Horner for the Cubs. The Cubs have been on a downward spiral, and this is all a big part of it, that they're having issues with that. Bryant and Rizzo remained out of the lineup Wednesday against the Brewers. Bryant has missed the past 2 games due to this right side soreness, and Rizzo hasn't played since June 27th with back tightness. Without these 2 guys in the lineup, the Cubs were on a little bit of a miracle run to begin with. They need these guys. Colton Wong, he's back. Colin Moran, he hit by a pitch on Monday. He was on the 10-day DL. And then we get to the Nationals. Soto left Wednesday's game in the 9th inning, hamstring cramp. Juan Soto, we need you, buddy. And same thing with Trey Turner. They need him too. He jammed his left middle finger, sliding into third base, completing a cycle. Both players are considered day-to-day. They need him back. The Nationals actually, believe it or not, have a chance at this division. It sucks that due to that cycle, he injured himself. But getting to the Red Sox, Chris Sale, this is something to be keeping your eye on. He threw 2 innings and live batting practice against manager Alex Correa, referred to as eye-opening. Sale is trending toward a rehab assignment, so we could very well see Chris Sale back in a Red Sox jersey this month, by the sounds of it, which is going to be huge because that is definitely the biggest area for the Red Sox to address. And if they have an ace on the hill that Chris Sale is capable of, watch out. These Red Sox are going to be here to stay. Padres, Snell's on the injured list Wednesday. He was scratched, so stomach stuff. So nothing too bad. Urquidy goes to a 10-day DL. Gregorius, he's going to a rehab assignment. Mad Bumgarner, 34 inning stimulating game, so he could very well be back, but he's had a rough season for the D-backs so far, so I don't know if they're going to rush him back too quickly. Pineda, he's at a AAA assignment, so he's going to come back for the Twins. Villar, rehab. Ryan Thompson and Chaz Rowe for the Rays. They're going to be back coming soon. Rowe went under surgery, so he's not coming back, but Thompson's going to be a big deal. He's first eligible to come back July 8th. Franco and Harvey for the Orioles. Franco suffered an ankle injury, x-rays. No update to that yet. Harvey, right shoulder discomfort. He's going to miss 2 months. So I'm wondering now, all the times I thought it was Matt Harvey for the Orioles, but it was really Hunter Harvey. I don't think I'll make that mistake because I think Hunter Harvey's relief, but I might have just called him Harvey. Who knows? Calhoun for the Rangers went surgery for his fracture. He's probably done for the season. So it's been a while since we had that little update, so it's nice. I was kind of wondering what's going on with Chris Sale of all the people, so that's going to be cool to see. Otherwise, I think that's it. We had a nice little Thursday Canada 11 games, a lot of exciting action last night, but otherwise not a whole lot of other news going around. So make sure you guys scroll down there, like, subscribe, comment. We will see you all for that next video.